Biomed Nexus Daily. Updates your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. TLDR Eli Lilly, LLY, is acquiring Centessa Pharmaceuticals, CNTA, for up to 7.8B, 38 share, plus $9 CVR, to enter sleep medicine with a potential best-in-class OX2R agonist pipeline for narcolepsy. This is Lilly's fourth major acquisition in roughly 12 months. Biogen, BIIB, is acquiring Apellis Pharmaceuticals, APLS, for 5.6B, 40 share, plus $4 CVR, a staggering 140% premium to Monday's close. The deal adds two approved drugs, Syfovre, Empaveli, with $689 million in 2025 revenue, and significantly accelerates Biogen's kidney disease build-out. The macro signal, 13.4B in biopharma M&A, was announced on a single Tuesday. The deal machine is aggressively accelerating. Also, Novo Nordisk's the first once-weekly basal insulin, was approved last week and launches H2 2026, in case you missed it. Executive Takeaway Tuesday was the biggest single-day M&A event in biopharma since the start of 2026. Eli Lilly committed up to $7.8 billion to acquire Centessa Pharmaceuticals and its OX2R agonist pipeline for narcolepsy and sleep-wake disorders, expanding beyond metabolic disease and oncology into neuroscience for the first time at scale. Hours later, Biogen announced a $5.6 billion acquisition of Apellis Pharmaceuticals at a jaw-dropping 140% premium, adding two approved complement-targeting drugs and $689 million in revenue to a company desperately seeking growth as its MS franchise declines. The strategic logic behind both massive deals is fundamentally the same. Big Pharma is spending aggressively to diversify away from franchise concentration risk. Lilly is the most valuable pharma company on Earth, but its valuation is heavily indexed to GLP-1 outcomes. Biogen is facing the opposite problem, declining legacy revenue and an acute need for near-term commercial assets. Read Full Analysis, What to Watch. Orforglipron, April 10th. Lilly's oral GLP-1 target action date is exactly 9 days out. This approval would cap off Lilly's third major catalyst in 2 weeks, in silico AI deal on Sunday, Centessa acquisition on Tuesday, orforglipron decision April 10th. Novo Wegovy HD launch, April. The high-dose injectable is rolling out now across 7,000+ US pharmacies. Centessa pipeline data, the lead OX2R agonist, is in phase 2 for narcolepsy type 1 and 2. The CVR structure, 9 share contingent strictly on FDA approvals, tells you Lilly sees a highly viable regulatory path. Apellis integration. Biogen expects Apellis to add mid to high teens revenue growth through at least 2028. The Syfovre CVR, 4 share based on sales milestones, aligns financial incentives heavily on geographic atrophy, commercial uptake. Top story. Lilly pays 7.8B to enter. Sleep medicine with Centessa, what happened? Eli Lilly, LLY, announced a definitive agreement to acquire Centessa Pharmaceuticals, CNTA, for $38 per share in cash at closing, plus a contingent value right, CVR, of up to $9 per share tied to US regulatory approvals. The total potential value is up to 7.8B, 6.3B upfront equity value. The deal represents a 38% premium to Monday's closing price and a 40.5% premium to the 30-day VWAP. The asset. Centessa is developing a pipeline of orexin-2 receptor, OX2R agonists for narcolepsy and excessive daytime sleepiness, conditions driven by the loss of orexin-producing neurons in the brain. The lead candidate is in phase 2, with analysts projecting multi-billion-dollar blockbuster potential. The OX2R agonist approach targets the root cause of narcolepsy rather than merely managing symptoms, which is what current stimulants do. Executive impact. This is Lilly's fourth major acquisition in approximately 12 months and the company's most significant push into neuroscience. Adding a potentially first-in-class narcolepsy franchise actively diversifies the revenue base beyond GLP-1 dependence. The CVR structure signals immense confidence. Lilly is willing to pay 47 share total if the drugs cross the FDA finish line. The close is expected in Q3 2026. Corporate and Business Development's Biogen pays 140% premium to land Apellis and its kidney team. What happened? Biogen, BIIB, announced a definitive agreement to acquire Apellis Pharmaceuticals, APLS, for $41 per share in cash, plus a CVR of up to $4 per share tied to Syfovre sales milestones. The total upfront value is approximately 5.6 B, representing a massive 140% premium to Apellis's Monday closing price. The assets? Apellis brings 2 approved complement-targeting therapies, Syfovre, pegcetacoplan for geographic atrophy, and Empaveli, pegcetacoplan for paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. The 2 products generated $680 in combined 2025 revenue and are expected to grow at a mid to high teens CAGR through at least 2028. Executive impact. This is Biogen's largest acquisition in years. The institutional reality is that Biogen isn't just buying products, it is buying the Apellis nephrology commercial team that can support the upcoming launch of felzartamab, a CD38 antibody for kidney disease acquired through the $1.8 HI Bio deal in 2024. The 140% premium tells you exactly how badly Biogen needed this deal to secure near-term growth. Close expected Q2 2026. Week ahead, April 10th, Eli Lilly, orforglipron. Target action date, obesity, NDA, CNPV. April, Novo Nordisk Wegovy, HD US launch. H2, 2026, Novo Nordisk weekly US launch, first weekly basal insulin. Q2, 2026, Biogen Apellis. Close expected. Q3 2026, Lilly Centessa. Close expected late Q2 2026. Sarepta FDA meeting on SRP 1001 accelerated pathway mid-2026. Lilly retatrutide phase 3 obesity readouts, Triumph program. Read full analysis. Biomed Nexus announcement. The Biomed Nexus industry directory is officially live. We have been building something quietly for the past several months, and it is finally ready. The Biomed Nexus industry directory is now one of the most comprehensive categorized database of companies across biotech, pharma, and life sciences, with 2,100 plus companies listed across 14 live directories. Whether you are sourcing CROs, mapping the AI drug discovery landscape, evaluating CDMOs, or looking for regulatory counsel, it is all in one place. Every directory is searchable, categorized, and updated weekly by our editorial team. Live directories include AI drug discovery, CROs, CDMOs, clinical trial technology, biotech, VC and investors, precision medicine and diagnostics, gene and cell therapy, biotech recruiting, lab equipment and tools, digital health and SaaS, regulatory and compliance, legal and IP, marketing agencies, and medical devices. Browse the full directory here. Note, companies can claim a free listing or upgrade to a featured profile. If you want your company visible to our full 86,000 plus biotech professionals, reply to this email to learn about our data partner program. Biomed Nexus Pro Institutional Intelligence Brief-In. Today's Pro Brief, Lilly's diversification imperative. Why paying 7.8B for a phase 2 narcolepsy asset is a direct strategic response to GLP-1 concentration risk. Biogen's 140% premium, what it tells you about how badly Biogen needed near-term revenue and nephrology execution capability. March 2026. M&A tally, over 28B in announced deal value in a single month. Upgrade to Pro today. Read full article. Selective 2026. Sponsorship placements are available. Reply directly to discuss a partnership or submit an inquiry here.